Hello and welcome back to Sherlock Holmes, Crimes and Punishment. We are on case 3. Let's jump straight in.
Holmes, what happened?
I feel deathly.
And you look it. Let me examine you. Please don't tell me that you've returned to your old habits.
Old habits? Was he a drug user? Oh wait, we play Watson now.
The pupil is dilated. The temperature appears to be normal. I need to concentrate and count the heartbeats.
Measure pulse rate by counting the heartbeats for 10 seconds. Okay, let's do this then.
A weak pulse, around 50 beats per minute.
Yes, that's right. 8 beats per 10 seconds.
But you're dying, Holmes. Your pulse rate is dropping. We need to get you to the hospital immediately.
The antidote. Give it to me.
The antidote? You mean that you're poisoned?
Now. Please.
Here, drink it all. Don't tell me that you did this to yourself.
Hemlock and datura. I was compelled to.
Holmes, imagine if I'd not returned home when I did. What might have happened?
I knew that you would.
Mr. Holmes, Inspector Lestrade is here to see you.
Mr. Holmes is unable to see anyone at the moment. He is unwell.
A good day, Inspector.
Ah, Mr. Holmes, I'm glad to find you here. I need your help. This is a strange one. We have brought in 2 young bankers from the city, sons of lords, members of the chamber, and so on and so forth. They were found stranded in a rowing boat that was drifting on the Thames.
A romantic escapade with an unhappy ending, Lestrade.
What? Well, yes, they were both in the bath, but, what?
As I said.
And they were tied together.
You are lacking in imagination, Inspector.
Well, no, I'm not. Anyway, there was a banner flapping about in the boat with the RMS Oceanic printed on it and signed by the Merry Men.
The Oceanic? Isn't that the largest steamer ever built?
Yes. And these 2 young banker chaps are sons of the owners of the White Star Line, the company that built it. There are rumours of corruption.
I'm not interested in politics, Lestrade.
I'll keep it then. Here's another one that's a bit more complex and maybe to your liking. It's a murder, but we're unable to find any weapon. We haven't touched anything. It's at the Roman Baths in Strand Lane.
A murder, a vanishing weapon, the Roman Baths. That's for us. Watson, fetch your hat.
Oh, I thought we were going to do the two nude people in a boat on the Thames. Okay, let's go to Strand Lane Baths. And also, what was it about with Holmes poisoning himself and he suddenly got up?
What a beautiful place.
With a dreadful murder. The body of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe is still in the steam room. It has not been touched, per your usual instructions, Mr. Holmes. I shall be waiting for you here, but please hurry.
Okay. Suspects.
Are you able to identify the men who were with the victim in the steam room?
Yes. The manager of the bath, Sir Gregory Pitkin, a lad from the city council, Garrow, and an archaeologist by the name of Blinkhorn. I think the plump one, Garrow, did it. He doesn't seem right in the head.
Well, we shall see.
Right, okay. The crime weapon? They didn't say there was a weapon, did he?
You found no murder weapon?
No, and that's why I called you. All 3 witnesses and the victim were locked in when the murder occurred, and they remained so until we got here. We even had to pick the lock to enter.
I see.
Okay.
Was there anyone else here, apart from those gentlemen in the steam room?
Yes, a Mr. Phillips. He was the one who called the police. He'll be able to give you more details.
All right, then. Let's talk to this Mr. Phillips. There we go. So was he actually in the steam room with those three gentlemen?
Good day to you, Mr. Phillips. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my colleague, Dr. Watson. Would you be so kind as to answer our questions?
Certainly, sir.
Okay, so tell us what happened.
Please tell us the chain of events from the start of your day. Everything that you can remember. The slightest detail may be of importance.
Very well, sir. I came in at 6:30 this morning, and I opened the baths. I made sure that the room was clean, and I prepared the towels. The brazier was still burning.
There was a fire burning all night.
Yes, Sir Gregory ordered me to light the brazier yesterday. It takes some time until the room is fully heated. The gentlemen had a meeting at 9 o'clock this morning. I wanted everything to be perfect. They'd been in the steam room for 20 minutes when I suddenly heard shouting. I ran to the door, but it was closed. I couldn't open it. So I ran out to the street to call for the police. One constable came up, and then there were others, and they picked the lock. Then Inspector Lestrade came along, and he told us that nothing should be touched.
Okay, so were there any other visitors?
Did you receive any other visitors this morning?
No one. Until these gentlemen arrived. Sir Gregory was the first. And then, while we were discussing work details, Sir Rodney and Mr. Blinkhorn arrived, and Mr. Garrow followed.
What happened after that?
I waited until they'd all entered the steam room, then I returned to the hall. The changing room door was open, so I should hear if they needed anything.
You would have heard if someone had entered or left the steam room.
Certainly, sir. These doors make a lot of noise.
Okay, let's check him out then. Okay, eyeballs. Light wrinkles. What does that mean? He's like middle-aged? Scissor cut, grooms himself, lives alone. Okay. How can they tell all that? How can they tell all that? Okay. Starch collar. This is new, isn't it? We didn't have this before. It sort of scrolls through scrolls through different things. Nice button. Shiny buttons. Manchester City supporter. Is that what it is? And what was that? Telegram sent today. Okay, so looking at this evidence, the morning telegram, Phillips sent a telegram from the post office at 7:30 this morning. He never mentioned that, did he? Right, can we go into the steam room itself? Let's have a little wander around. Oh, this must be the steam room itself, is it? Maybe? Or is this just the changing room?
These clothes belong to one of the suspects from the steam room.
So we have three suspects here, don't we? So we have the manager of the steam room, a Sir Gregory Pitkin. We have a lad from the council, a Garrow, a plump lad, according to Lestrade, and an archaeologist called Blinkhorn, was it? And then we have this Mr. Alan Phillips, which is a guy, according to the police, who works here, who had a telegram sent at 7:30.
Clothes belonging to one of the suspects.
Okay. Oh, celebrating something, were we?
Champagne for a special occasion.
Okay, let's rotate this around so we can see some other clues.
An ice bucket to keep the champagne chilled. Unopened, it was intended to be enjoyed after the steam session.
Okay.
Expensive clothes belonging to one of the men from the steam room.
Right, okay, let's go. Well, I'll take it this is a steam room in here. Oh, hello, are they still here?
Lord, Holmes.
Ah, death with a peculiarly Roman piquancy.
Like the one you almost had an hour ago.
Let us forget about that.
Okay, and these men are still here. I thought they would have been allowed to get changed by now. Well, let's examine the body. Yeah, it looks like he's been stabbed in the face? In the eye?
There was only one hit from the weapon. It pierced the right eye straight through to the brain. Death would have been instantaneous.
So a sharp instrument.
The wound should not have bled so profusely. This pool is rather large. Look, Watson. He was wearing a ring. He very likely removed it before the steam session. Some dirt or earth. I'll take a sample. Some dirt or earth. I'll take a sample.
Okay. Oh,
Well, death is very recent. Between 30 minutes to 1 hour ago.
I think we have found all that we can here, taking into consideration the abysmal lighting. Constable, we have finished with the body.
We don't have many leads here.
What concerns me is that we still have to find the murder weapon.
Mr. Holmes?
Please have the body removed without disturbing anything else in the room.
All right, Mr. Holmes.
I was wondering, Holmes, it's fairly reckless to carry out a murder inside a closed chamber. Why do you suppose they did it?
There are a great many possibilities. The murderer was in a hurry, or he is an artist, or a ghost, or he wanted to ensure that I'd be brought in on the case.
Probably the latter. You are ridiculous, do you know that?
so any ideas what the murder weapon could be? I'm just thinking ice pick, because it was a sharp instrument and there was that champagne out in the change rooms, but... Was there anything else to look at here?
I
Blood.
should check this blood sample at Baker Street.
Okay, we can also use our what do you call it? Our skills, talents. So we got a key.
This key was covered in blood. I should ask Phillips about it.
Okay, I wonder if this was a key to lock the steam room. All right, okay. We will ask Phillips in a minute. We've got to talk to these three gentlemen as well. Oh, someone's glasses. Cracked glasses.
One lens is cracked, probably due to the temperature of the brazier.
Could be.
These lenses are for myopia. The wearer is short-sighted.
Okay.
The brazier is still burning. The heat here is extreme.
Melted metal.
I will need something to pick up this melted metal.
Okay, so we need an item.
It is too hot.
All right, okay. So, blood on... Well, what's this? Looks like a hand mark.
Blood traces wiped on the towel.
It's horrible. Sir Rodney, he's dead. Can't we speak about it somewhere else?
So this is the council worker guy. The plump one, as Lestrade put it. We can actually talk to him.
I found him. I touched his shoulder, thinking that he was just asleep.
Okay, so maybe he was murdered before these gentlemen come in here? Is there any escape routes on this place? Mr. Pitkin.
I'm in shock. I don't want to talk.
So Mr. Pitkin, Gregory Pitkin, was he's the owner of this place, and this must be the archaeologist. Yeah, Blinkhorn.
It's horrible. I can't talk at the moment.
Okay, there's no other clues here. Oh, hang on, what's this? G. Newell and Sons, Steam Specialist, Seattle, Washington.
With the steam on, I'm unable to see even a few feet away.
Right. I don't know what that is about. Using my talents for that. I can't see anything. Just says Steam switch use. No. Don't know. Don't know. I think we better speak to Phillips. Okay. Let's speak to Phillips then. Let's go and see him.
Mr. Holmes, I should like to take the suspects to the yard. You can interrogate them there. Any objections?
Do we have any objections with that? I don't think so.
None, Lestrade.
Alright, let's talk to Mr. Phillips. Okay, the steam room keys.
How many people have keys to the steam room?
We have just the one key for now, which Sir Gregory gave to me.
So, this morning you opened the steam room, and then?
I put the key inside my desk, but when they called, I couldn't find it. It had disappeared, but I don't know where it is.
Did you leave the baths at any time, or receive any visitors?
No, sir, I did not.
Well, we know he's lying about that, don't we? You have the telegram.
You are not telling the truth, Mr. Phillips. You left your work this morning, and you went to the post office, where you dispatched a telegram at around 7:30.
But how could you... No,
The telegram was for someone in Manchester.
Mr. Holmes, it's I'll tell you everything. I left the baths at 7:20. My sister wrote to me yesterday, and she needed a reply, or our mother is unwell. I was away for 20 minutes, and I closed the baths on my way out.
Did you receive a reply from your sister?
No, she wasn't meant to. I just told her to pawn my old school uniform so that she could pay for the medication.
Did you check to see if the key was still in your desk when you returned?
No, I didn't. Please, Mr. Holmes, don't tell the police about this. Sir Gregory would give me the sack. I need this job.
I see.
Okay, so who bought the champagne?
There is a bottle of champagne on ice in the changing room. Do you have any idea who left it there?
There is? Are you quite certain? I didn't pay any attention. Do you believe that it's important?
Okay. So he doesn't know anything about it, does he? Okay. So our tasks are search the crime scene and the area of the Strand Lane baths, find the missing weapon that was used to kill Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. The suspects are at Scotland Yard and are ready for interrogation. The belongings of the victim and the witnesses are ready to be examined at Scotland Yard. We can perform a blood analysis, which we took from Sir Rodney's wounds. We've also got some dirt, which we can perform an analysis on. And we have some dialogue to talk about. An unopened bottle of champagne and ice bucket was found in the baths of the changing room. So I suppose we'll talk to one of the suspects on that, or all three of them. So let's have another sweep around here to make sure we haven't left any doors unopened or investigated. Now that's just the way out. Okay, we'll go Frigidarium. Over that. Oh, hello. What's this place then? Sir Rodney. Was it say Sir Rodney Bentcliffe office? Okay, he was the one who died.
This area serves as Sir Rodney Bentcliffe's workshop.
Okay, can we open it? Okay, so he worked at the baths then. That's all old stuff here. So was he an archaeologist as well? Photo negatives.
Glass plate negatives. A remarkable method for recording ancient civilizations.
Okay, so I guess he was an archaeologist as well. Same as Blinkhorn. He was an archaeologist, wasn't he?
A glass plate negative is missing.
Okay.
It is a glass plate negative of an Egyptian statue.
Okay, do we have to do all... Oh, no. Right. Archaeological findings?
Archaeological findings. Old clay pots with numbers inscribed upon them.
There's a letter we can pick up down here. No. Okay. What else is there? Okay, a letter here. Dear friend. So it's a draft written by Sir Rodney. Dear friend, I wish to organise a press conference at the Strand Lane Baths next month. I wonder if that was right now. 1893 was a remarkable year for my work in Egypt. But now it is time to set my focus upon English archaeology, to shine the light on our national treasures and reveal them to the public. I would like to see as many journalists as possible in attendance to record this event and record it favourably if we treat them well enough. I should like to recall my old friendship with Lord Blackmore and use the special funds of the Royal Archaeological Institute for this event. Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. Okay. Oh my goodness me. Okay, Daily Mirror. Okay, there are few among us who could claim any degree of unfamiliarity with the name of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. He is a gentleman who possesses the wealth, the notoriety and vigour to well match the finest of his ill abound in England. His intellect is equal to his charms and has oft been declared by the young ladies of the European aristocracy. His intellect is equal to his charms and has oft been declared by the young ladies of the European aristocracy. He holds powerful connections within the Lords of Chamber and carries an influence inside the political world. There are those who would call him unforgiving, authoritarian. We should rather say that Sir Rodney is determined and ambitious. His presence at any archaeological site can only mean success for all concerned. So going back to our evidence, now we've actually opened up here, search archives. So 1893 was a remarkable year for my work in Egypt. So we've got to look for that. Oh, this is another one here, the Times, okay. I thought this was the same one then. Okay, so miraculous reopening for the Strand Lane Roman Baths. Excavation research. The research efforts were about to be halted when a saviour arrived in the form of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. Sir Rodney has taken over immediate control of the excavation, claiming that the site holds the key to a great mystery. We pledge to update our readers with all the exciting news as it develops. Alright, okay. So is there anything else around here we need to look at? Oh, another document. This metal plate, besides its archaeological interest, appears to be part of something larger. At the present moment, I am unable to determine exactly what that might be. Unperforated plate. Rotate it around. I've been into a lot of clues and stuff already.
A shape has been cut in the plate. What should be done with it?
Okay, so we finished there. Okay, I think... Oh, more is more.
Tools used by archaeologists in their research.
These are all tools. There's like a blowtorch or something. Well, I think that's it, really.
Tools used...
Oh, tongs. Ah, we can use the tongs to take out that bit of metal in the brazier.
I will need these tongs.
Okay. Alright, so how about then we go back to the brazier and retrieve that melted bit of metal. Okay, we're back.
I should analyze.
Stick it in your pocket, Holmes. Examine the crime scene and Roman baths completed. So it says here we've got to perform an analysis on this bit of metal. So wow, we better go back, look at our archives and do a crazy analysis on all these items.
My God, are you all right? I wonder how this could have happened.
Yes, it is somewhat treacherous. Fortunately, I am unscathed. To where does this corridor lead?
To the frigidarium, the coal room.
Barely unscathed and by a very small margin. And treacherous is an understatement.
So I take it this is where Rodney Bentcliffe was actually working, doing his studies.
Those stones weigh tons. We won't move them.
It does not matter. If our investigation requires it, we shall ask for them to be removed.
All right. Well, let's go back then to our lab and perform some analysis. I'll see you guys there. Right, should we do the archives? Let's do the archives first. Research for Sir Bentcliffe. Okay, I come across a newspaper here. 1893, and it talks about 1893. 1893 was a remarkable year for the work in Egypt. That's his draft. Bentcliffe's mummy. Okay, so the great excavation in Assuan has taken over 3 years. Sir Rodney Bentcliffe directed the archaeological work. A mummy was found with an enucleated eye and posed in an unusual position. The right hand was tensed as if reaching out for something or to someone. The mummy was buried upright. She has been named the Desperate Mummy due to her very peculiar characteristics. Nearby could be read in Latin, "By the eye, he was punished for he saw what he was not worthy." The mummy is believed to be Roman rather than Egyptian, as some symbols found in the tomb are in common with Mithrak mysteries. The Mithrak mysteries?
Here it is.
By the eye he was punished, for he saw that he was not worthy. Dreadful.
By the eye he was punished. Like, this is like how he died, wasn't it? How Bentcliffe's died. What's this? Oh, look at this, look. These are letters of the cases we've just done. I didn't know about this. It's on the mantelpiece. As of yesterday, the Mexican consortium, Caracal, began serving the cause of the British Empire. This arrangement is undeniably profitable for London and England overall, and is a great achievement for our exceptional diplomatic and political community. In other news, a train has mysteriously disappeared en route to Evesham railway station. And then we got this one here. The grotesque murder of the former Captain Peter Carey, known in private as Black Peter, has been resolved. The evidence that Scotland Yard received from a trustworthy source was more than sufficient to conclude that the murderer of Peter Carey was Patrick Carnes, one of Carey's former harpooners. In fact, the dangerous criminal was caught single-handedly by brave Inspector Lestrade in a hand-to-hand fight. Oh, he got the credit for it. Patrick Carnes is now sentenced to death. Okay, to death. Wow. Okay. Oh, hello.
On the sofa for the 3rd time today. Well, don't be surprised if Watson sits on you again.
Okay. You still there, lady? Yeah, of course she is. Who's she waiting for? He's waiting for a man. Right. Okay, let's perform... Analyse the dirt. I think we have a lot of puzzles coming up here, aren't we?
Pyrite, otherwise known as fool's gold. Selenite.
White clay
White
particles.
clay particles. Interesting. According to the colour and its composition, I deduce that this sample is white clay. Now, I need to find which area near London this sample belongs to.
White London... Well, it's here, isn't it?
The sample of dirt belongs to the White London clay region, located near the city of St Albans.
Okay. St Albans. So let's analyse the blood.
Let us analyse this blood sample.
Yeah, let's. Let's set focus.
This blood has not coagulated well. It seems very liquid. That is strange. Let us see what is inside it. Hydrogen peroxide will bring any foreign matter to the surface.
Okay, dip a bit in there. And...
water. This blood is heavily diluted with water.
Which is why he said the blood was coming out of his eye. He says something about it like pooling on the floor or something in an unusual way. So he had water in his blood. Okay, so let's analyse the metal.
This is a piece of metal taken from a brazier. It appears to be silver, but I need to be sure. If it is silver, it will be possible to melt it, since silver's melting point is at around 900 degrees Celsius. Let us compare this sample with a silver penny by testing it with acid. If it changes color to match the result of a reaction with a silver coin, then it is silver.
God, he's clever, isn't he? Isn't he clever? Hey? Right, we need some acid. So let's go and get a pipette again. Get some acid. And stick a bit on each, I guess. Okay, stick a bit on that. One little drop. That's gone like a red colour. And that's got a red colour as well.
The reaction is the same red stain. It is silver. Britannia silver quality.
So is it melted silver coins then, is it? So what we got on that, evidence-wise, is the melted metal turned out to be Britannia quality silver. So again, I think the next thing we got to do is we can't go to St Albans where that white clay is. Doesn't give us an option yet. So we can go and look at the belongings, examine them, and then I guess talk to the 3 suspects. So let's go to Scotland Yard then.
Keep on searching for the missing pieces.